Now, pretty much every week out of the year, I get inundated by emails of companies and stuff wanting me to test their products, showcase their products, try their products, etc., etc., etc. And the vast majority of these go into my junk email folder because I can tell from a very quick glance that it's pretty much junk, not anything I'll need, and definitely not anything I'll use. But occasionally, we'll come across something that I think we could actually get benefit from on our farm. And if you've been watching this for a while, you know that I only showcase products that I actually use and believe in. Now, it's no secret that a lot of us that run big equipment, we kind of yearn for the good old days when everything was simple and just plain mechanical. But the truth of the matter is electronics is in just about everything we use, and it is here to stay. And for just the plain mechanic, without the proper diagnostic tools, repairing our stuff or even diagnosing our stuff can sometimes be extremely problematic. And especially in our case, as you can see right here on our international truck, we've got a Caterpillar engine in it, and our Sterling water truck up there has got another Caterpillar engine in it. We've got a local Caterpillar dealer, and you think it wouldn't be any problem, but our Caterpillar dealer has made it very clear to us that they have no desire to work on trucks. Primarily heavy construction equipment and generators and irrigation pumps is the only thing that they want to work on. And last time we needed service on that truck, I had to beg and plead with them to work on it because my only other options are either Nashville or Memphis, and we're a long way from both of them, and you're talking about a very expensive towing bill getting something down there. But anyway, a couple of weeks ago, I got an email from a company that really piqued my interest, something that I thought we could really use that would help us with diagnosing our electrical problems on any of our big trucks. So anyway, I reached back out to them, told them I might be interested, send me the product, and I'll give it a good rundown. Anyway, what we've got here, what they sent me is a Foxwell HD500 heavy-duty diagnostic and tester. It's made to use with pickups, semi-trucks, buses, anything that's got a heavy-duty diesel engine in it. And it's also supposed to work on gas engines, and we'll test that out here in a minute. But anyway, what comes in the package, you got your diagnostic scan tool here. You got multiple different connections, OBD connections, other types of connections for your various trucks. And I've already got one of those hooked up to my truck now, so let me take it over to my truck, hook it up, and show you what it's all about. Now, what a lot of dealers tell me is that Caterpillar especially is notorious for being difficult to communicate with, because used to, these dealers would buy the software and stuff, and they would own the software to be able to hook up and diagnose Caterpillar engines. Well, I think quite a few years ago, they went to a subscription-based fee in order to use that software, and from my understanding, it's very, very expensive. And if you don't regularly work on Caterpillar stuff, you're not going to be able to get your money back from that annual licensing fee to be able to use a software subscription. So if this thing right here really works, this could be a lifesaver for us. Now, I'm by no means an expert on these computers and diagnosing and everything. And everything I'm about to show you, I just picked up just from playing around with it for like 20 minutes. I didn't read an instruction manual or anything. And just in 15 to 20 minutes, I was able to pick up on how to do a lot of this stuff. It's very simple, very laid out, very organized. So anyway, we got our OBD cable hooked up to the connector that goes into the diagnostic port on this International here. We've got it booted up. So first thing, let's start off with diagnostics. All right, you can see here's all the brands of heavy trucks that's supported. I mean, we got tons of them here, but since we got a Caterpillar engine, we're not going to be looking for International. We're going to be looking for Caterpillar right there. Diagnosis, quick scan. All right, ignition off, wait for 3 seconds. Our ignition is off. All right, now we turn our ignition on. Okay, now it's going to communicate with the vehicle. All right, it just picked it up. It's showing a C12 truck, which is what we got, and it's showing 2 fault codes right here. All right, active diagnostic codes. All right, we've got no active codes. It says no fault found, so let's see, those codes must be in logged diagnostic codes. Yep. All right, we got two codes here, an 84-8 and 91-8. Vehicle speed out of range and throttle position invalid. So those are old codes, not active codes. So let's go ahead and clear them out. All right, clear event codes. Ignition on, not running, okay. DTCs and freeze data will be cleared. Are you sure we want to continue? Yes. Codes are cleared. All right. System passed, no faults found. All right, well that part's pretty easy, you know, pulling up codes, reading codes and everything else. That part is simple, but this thing allows you to do so many other things. All right, click down here on status. We got all these different status groups here. We can go in and look at all the different parameters, you know, engine speed, accelerator, pedal position. So it's at 3% now. Let's press down on it. All right, now 37, 38%, 23. Fuel position, boost pressure, you know, if the engine was running, all of that stuff would be reading. You know, we can see fuel rate, vehicle speed limit. I mean, there's just so much stuff we could go through here and just look at all the different parameters and readings and everything else to help diagnose problems. And I'm not going to go through all of them now, but you see what all is possible. All right, here's something that's really going to be very unique in diagnosing the engine problems. You see cylinder cutout test right here. All right, start engine. All right, okay. All right, it's got 600 RPM. Now what we can do is we can cut injectors on and off right here to see, you know, to see which cylinder we might be having a problem in. So I'm gonna be quiet. It should cut off the fuel to cylinder number 1, and we should hear a difference in the tone of the engine. All right, I don't know if y'all could hear that, but the engine definitely started missing right there as soon as it communicated. So we're running on 5 cylinders right now. Let's cut it back on. And just right there immediately, the engine smoothed out. One other thing I want to show you that's real useful in diagnosing like power problems. All right, I think it's on this status group 2. Go down here. Boost pressure right here. This is great for diagnosing fuel problems, power problems. Is reading your reading your boost pressure. So you know, right now it's at idle. We're not building any boost. But if you're driving down the road, you got it hooked up. You want to read your boost pressure. If you don't have full power, that's extremely useful. Now that's just a fraction of the stuff that this thing can do. I'm sure there's a lot more with diagnosing and everything else. I just have to study up on it, but that's just what I figured out how to do in 20 minutes. Just a lot of your basic diagnostic tests that if you don't have that, you're probably going to pay a shop, you know, probably somewhere $200 per hour for them to hook their computer up to it. So this thing right now I think is retailing with a discount $480 online. 2.5 hours of saving you diagnostic work. It's already paid for itself. If your truck's not running or not running good enough to drive to the repair shop, you know, what's that towing bill going to be? You know, just, you know, if you have one breakdown that you can solve and fix just using this tool, it's already paid for itself. It's also got free lifetime updates for software and everything. And it's pretty much a universal tool for anything we're going to have in the US. I'm just blown away because it seems like it's extremely high quality. It's very easy, intuitive to learn, and it does what it's supposed to do. Now we tested it on our semi truck. I'm gonna bring my Ram 1500 down here. It's got the 5.7 liter Hemi in it. It's actually got the check engine light on it. Don't know what it's for, so we're gonna hook it up there and see if we can find out what's wrong with that truck. All right, right here we got my 2021 Ram 1500 with 5.7 liter Hemi. You can plainly see right there my check engine light is on. I have no idea why, but we're about to find out. So my OBD port is up under here. Power it up and find out what's wrong here. All right, diagnostic, pick up. We need to go under Dodge or Ram. All right, I guess it's Dodge. Smart VIN scan, all that right VIN code. Now it's saying right here with the Rams, use a Chrysler 12 plus 8 dedicated diagnostic connector. Otherwise, you will not be able to perform all functions such as code clearing, motion testing, etc. So I don't have that. I don't think that's in the box, but we'll continue anyway, see what we can do. All right, first two right here, powertrain control module and transmission control module are showing faults. All right, see what these faults are. Let's see, lost communication with AGS, lost communication with active air down module, TCM, request forced engine shutdown. First two are stored. This third one is active, TCM request, forced engine shutdown. I have no idea what that is. Then we got a park by wire, unintended out of park position. All right, then radio, head unit button stuck, which would be this right here. This does not really freely turn, so that's going to be that problem. So the only serious thing we got here, I think, is this TCM request forced engine shutdown, which is active. So anyway, if I wanted to, I can look up that code, find out what it's about. Let's just see if we can clear all the codes. All right, ignition on and engine not running. Yes. Failed to clear codes. All right, as you can tell, my faults are still remaining. And just like that warning that popped up that said, unless I've got that one, 12 plus 8 Chrysler connector, I might have trouble clearing faults. So looks like that's something I'm gonna have to go to the dealership to get, to see if I can get that connector and then try it out then. But I mean, we were able to read all the codes and everything, and I just got to look up and see which one might be causing the issue with the check engine light. Truck's still running fine and everything. We don't have any problems. But that's something I can look into another day. All right, looking through here, looks like, I mean, we can toggle fuel injectors on and off. I'm not going to do all that, but there's a lot of different stuff here on this truck. I mean, we can look at and test. I got cylinder deactivation control state. We can turn that. Good gosh, look at all, I mean, there's all this stuff we can do. Now this thing is supposed to be able to do like diesel particulate filter regens and other stuff. Now we don't have a big truck that's got a DEF system or a diesel particulate filter on there or anything like that. So we really can't test that part of, but I mean, this thing's got the capability of doing that if you got more modern trucks than what I do. Also look on there, you see limit. You can go into at least certain vehicles, if you want to program like a maximum speed limit that the vehicle will not exceed, you can do that. I mean, there's just so many things that we can do with this. And like I said, I've just barely scratched the surface. I've just played around with it just a little bit. You know, this thing's capable of so much more than what little bit I know about it already. But I already know this thing right here, it would be worth $480 to me with what we're able to do to connect into the computers of all the various vehicles we got around here. I mean, you know, now we have a problem. We can quickly find out if it's maybe a simple problem with a sensor that we can fix ourselves, or if it's definitely going to be more in depth to where we then got to call the dealer in. But, you know, when you get electrical gremlins, electrical problems, electrical codes, you know, you don't really know if it's something simple or something more complex. So I'm plumb tickled to have this thing. I feel like we're going to get a whole lot of use out of it. And to me, it's definitely well worth value. But anyway, if you want to purchase this yourself, I've got a link to this product in the video description down below. And when you go on there, there's also a discount code to save you an additional $30. The discount code is GRIGS30. Put that in the discount code at checkout and save yourself a little bit more money. But right now, I've got absolutely no problem promoting that product and telling you that if you've got equipment kind of like what we do, you're interested in diagnosing yourself, I think that would be a great fit for your operation. I think it's well worth the money. So anyway, guys, appreciate y'all watching this video. Y'all be sure to check them out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.